the defense specifically looks like it's on a different level. And there's one player specifically, and if you don't mind, he's had 3 huge plays in back-to-back weeks. I think you know who I'm talking about here, and that's Ardarius Washington. We're going to pull up the clips, and over top of it, I just want you to explain how much it can mean to a team. Or maybe, actually, Q, do you want to break down these plays first, and then you can explain how
Absolutely.
much it impacts? All right, let's do that.
Absolutely. I think for Ardarius, it's a situation where you got to continually show up. And I think part of what showing up means is that being available when your number is called upon. I know he was struggling a little bit as far as interceptions and all that and dropping them and all that. But I think once he settled down, this is the 3 games in 11 days and, he gets the pick with the Giants. But this is a 2nd and 6 play where, I was in the end zone where I am in the media booth. Russell Wilson had a touchdown if he would have just kept on going straight. He decides to cut it back. But now this is where Ardarius Washington is earning his money with a hellacious, just wicked hit on Russell Wilson. And that ball, when it popped out, I was like laughing because it was so what they needed. It's a situation in a game where Russ has an easy touchdown. Instead, he cuts back. Who knows why? Who cares? All we know is that 3 games in 11 days, you need your star players to step up. Well, number 29 just jumped up into that star player category as we see right here. So it was a really big turning point. It just shut down any level of momentum that the Steelers had. And that's where, again, you're looking for guys to make significant plays. This is so key because in the Texans game, I didn't think C.J. Stroud had it all together there. Well, you don't want to give him hope. And so, again, momentum changing, drive changing, game turning scenarios happen when you're around the football and you're just hitting hard on the ball. 4th and goal. Here we go. You have out leverage a guy where at the top of the screen, you got your trips formation. They're just trying to get it to a little swing flat combination. You swing the ball out. You got a guy lead blocking. You could see the rallying of the troops. I love it. I love the fact that 44 is right there to redirect him. But watch the shedding of the block, and then you can just watch how Ardarius Washington, boom, with the sudden hit, and Tre'Davious White comes in and makes sure that there's no second chance. You're seeing 3 guys, and number 29 is one of those 3 guys where they see it, they're reading their key, and they're trusting it. If that's not blowing a dude up at the point of attack, I don't know what is. And I think for Mixon, homeboy needs to recognize next time I talk some smack, I better not be talking smack to the other teams, special teams players, because they took that thing personal. I think what
I was just going to ask you, Q, you've been around a lot of footballs. Have you ever seen a coach go flying over top of a player like that?
Yeah, I guess you're as young and spry as Zach Orr. I guess you can go ahead and jump up and get them hops like that and somehow forget to keep your balance. But again, 3 games, 11 days. It's one of those situations where it is so incredibly tough to really game plan, recover, all those things, because you're creatures of habit. Someone needs to step up. And in those games, we had guys step up, but no more important than number 29, Ardarius Washington.
And I think in those moments, Q, it's you talk about momentum plays. Kevin, what was the phrase you like to say about momentum?
If you give the Ravens a momentum play, you're going to have a bad rest of your day.
And for the Ravens, they needed those types of plays. Every team needs them. But for a defense that was not turning the football over a ton like they were last year, they had so many growing pains. And then all of a sudden, one player that you did not expect has now made game-changing, game-altering plays in week after week, week in, week out. That speaks volume. And by the way, shout out to our friend of the show, the program, Nick, British Raven. He put that compilation together. So, Nick, appreciate you.